Hello everyone and a massive welcome or welcome back to Fallout Play Build Collect. This video we're going to be taking a look at what Bethesda have to offer for Fallout's 25th anniversary. Now I have to admit this crept up on me a little bit. I wasn't aware it was 25 years this year. So let's take a look at what they have to offer on this momentous occasion. Answer is not that much. In fact, surprisingly little. Start with an update for Fallout Shelter. Now I absolutely love Fallout Shelter, and this is the first update for over 4 years. But unfortunately this update only comes for mobile players. Now I mostly play the game on Xbox. I also have it on PS4, on Switch. I've had it on phone, tablet, everywhere. But I mostly play it on Xbox. So take that in mind. Great for those who play the game on the phone, but not so much use for us that play the game on the consoles. This is a little bit disappointing. Hopefully they'll add this new content to the consoles. Next we move on to the Invaders from Beyond event. This is in Fallout 76. I know a lot of the people, up to 50% of the people watching this channel, don't play Fallout 76 and they've never even tried it. If you haven't, I will be having some videos coming up about starting in 76, about the best ways to start, why it's worth giving it another look if you've tried it once before. So for those of us that do play 76, what is this event like? If you haven't looked at it so far, it's pretty straightforward and it's also a little bit silly, but if you like that zanier, wacky element of Fallout, then this is probably for you. If you're like me and you like the more hardcore elements of Fallout, then probably not so much. Now moving on to something that is a lot more useful. We have, for a very limited period of time, Fallout First. This is the premium system for Fallout 76. It basically means that it gives you access to some features that you wouldn't normally have, including a scrap box and some bonuses in experience, and a survival tent that you can throw down any time. Now next up, something of interest is the Creation Club giveaway. Now, I'm a big fan of Creation Club. Actually, I know it was very controversial when it started, and I was another one of those people who did complain about it a lot at first. But after experimenting with a lot of the content there, I found it to be really fantastic content. Some of it is free. Some of it is at various discounts from 80%, 75%, 50% off. It's very well worth checking out. Stay tuned later on in the video. I'm going to take a look at 3 of those pieces of content that are on sale this week. And each week it's changing, so you'll have to get in fast if you want them, but I'm going to take a very quick look at those. Now, something else to mention here is that if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber and you have a PC, you can get Fallout 76 for free at the moment. That's right, you can claim it for free. There's a Fallout retrospective going on at the moment. Unfortunately, at this time, all that entails is a small 2-minute video with the creators. Really? 25th anniversary and a 2-minute video is the best you could manage? I find that very surprising. Oh, and of course, if you're not impressed with that, they've added a radio playlist on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify member, you can go over and listen to some of the various tunes from the Fallout games over the years. And there's actually hundreds on there. I took a look at it. I mean, it's something, but 25th anniversary Bethesda, really? As we go through the various weeks, I'd already missed week 1, sorry about that. Like I said, this crept up on me somewhat. But everything from week 1 is still active in week 2, as far as I can tell there. We scroll down for that interview, all 2 minutes of it. Then we have this strange pals game. It's basically 7 questions and you choose it and it tells you who you think you are. It's a very, very strange, simple little thing. Again, really, Bethesda, 25 years, this is what you come up with. The other thing to mention is there is a sale on at the moment, so if there's any of the games or content you've missed, you can pick up the old games. If you haven't played Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, you can go back and pick those up. If there's other things from the franchise you haven't quite picked up, that's well worth taking a look at. So as we move forward over the next couple of weeks, not a lot seems to be getting added. There's the free giveaway on Windows, and there's some Halloween themed content, and of course that Creation Club content is going to be rotating. So that's about it. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of this. This being the 25th anniversary, I'd have liked to have seen something special from Bethesda. Another update for Fallout 4 would have been nice. Everybody's been talking about optimization on Xbox Series X and PS5, some kind of graphical optimization. And talking about some kind of special edition like we got with Skyrim all of the extra content included and optimized and all the bugs fixed and, you know, some kind of final edition coming out. None of that happened. Instead, we got this. So you guys let me know what you think of this. Of course, they're pushing Fallout 76 very hard at the moment, and that's what makes them money. And of course, they've got to pay the bills. Speaking of paying the bills, I've recently signed up to buy me coffee. Anyone who wants to support the channel, help me pay for my running costs. This allows you to make a one-off donation. No commitment long term. After having some feedback with people on the previous video, my update video, some people mentioned they'd actually prefer a monthly membership to one-off donations. With that in mind, I've updated the site and I've activated monthly memberships there also. You can still make one-off donations if you'd prefer to do it that way. But if you'd like to join for a monthly membership, there are 3 different options available. Hopefully they're all quite affordable and each one comes with an extra bonus. Okay, so now let's take a look at that content in the Creation Club. So you'll probably notice I already own all of these ones. Most of them I owned before this sale. But you can see here we have a 50% off, 75% off, 80% off, and then 200% off, 2 free items. But if you haven't picked these things up, I can highly recommend some of them. First up, we have the Rodco Arcade. That adds arcade cabinets into the build system. Next, we have this Gauss prototype rifle. Of course, we already have a Gauss rifle, but this is a nice addition nonetheless. Then we get on to 3 of my favourite add-ons for Fallout. First is the Virtual Workshop. Now stay tuned, I'm going to be taking you into some gameplay footage of all 3 of these add-ons. I actually planning on making a full video on each of them, but stay tuned and I'll show you little previews of them and take you through them. Basically, they're very, very good, all 3 of these. In fact, I was very surprised at how good some of this Creation Club content actually is. I think I got a little bit carried away when it first came out, like a lot of people did, complaining about paying for mods. Now I've actually played most of them over a period of time. They're not just a mod. A lot of them are really well fleshed out. And in fact, I think some of them are really mini DLCs. So let's take a look at the first one that I'm showing here, which is the Sentinel Control System Companion. So this is my Brotherhood character. We haven't seen him yet in any of the other videos, but there will be some build videos coming with this guy at some point. Now this adds an extra character into the game. It works just like most of the other robot companions. And you can hear you change the voices.
Do not interfere with security operations.
You have the usual protector on voice. He's in guard mode here, so he will stay exactly where you put him. You can leave him guarding places. So he will draw his weapon when I draw mine. The big advantage of this character is you can take him in addition to your other companion, giving you the possibility to have a 3-character fire team. Mr. Gutsy is very amusing.
Like I have time for idle chit-chat?
And after you do the main quest involved, you get the option to change his voice to Liberty Prime.
Area classified as active war zone. Engaging sentry protocols.
It's fine, it's amusing for a while, but eventually I go back to the Sentinel. Let's have some gameplay footage now and we can see him in action. I'm in my power armor here. He's in matching power armor to me. Doesn't start in this power armor. He starts in T45, but I've put him in matching T60 armor to mine. This is my actual Sentinel armor. Also got Longfellow with me here. You can see he's quite good in combat, but he's not massively overpowered. His accuracy is a bit up and down. He will do some damage and he will draw some fire, but I personally feel this doesn't massively overpower the system. So this gives you the ability to have a 3rd person in combat with you, which is really nice. I'll go over the full details of this when I make the actual video, so stay tuned for that. Now over the course of the combat, he did get knocked out. They get knocked out just like normal companions. They get up at the end of the combat. So again, he's not super powerful. He will carry things as well. You can equip him with other weapons. And of course there's other armours. Now you get 2 other paints with this set as well. This is the Outcast paint. So any Fallout 3 players who like the Outcast, you've now got a chance to be Outcast. I think the paint is very nice. It fits on all of the power armours as well. I had an idea of perhaps doing an Outcast playthrough if you leave the Brotherhood with Paladin Dance. But that's something maybe for another time. So overall, I'm very, very fond of this. It's been a huge bonus to me for my Brotherhood character. Probably wouldn't use it for other characters, for other factions, but certainly for this faction, as a Brotherhood player, I really like having this character with me. The fact that you can take him in addition to the other companions is something I really like. Let's move on now to Neon Flats. Again, there will be a full video of this coming. It's actually a much bigger update. This is almost like a mini DLC. Now the quest related to it I think is an excellent quest. It's not enormously long, you'll probably do it in a whole evening's gameplay, but I really enjoyed the quest. As you enter the building, you go up to the second floor and we have this wonderful neo-50s futuristic Art Deco apartment. Absolutely gorgeous design. I love this kind of design. I love this kind of architecture. I love neo-50s futurism, and you can actually see here, if you look out the windows, you can see the third rail and the memory dent out of the windows. It's a lovely touch. Really makes you feel like this is actually in Good Neighbour and it's not some separate cell that's been loaded. So you see we have this really nice apartment, beautiful decorations, lovely lighting effects in here as well. The lights switch on and off. There's another thing, I won't say too much about it because it ties into the quest and I don't want to spoil the quest for you, but there's a lot of other little features in here as well. Plus this creation fixes the glaring error of there not being a set player home in Good Neighbour. Armour workbench and the weapons workbench. These are then craftable, you can put them in other places as well. In fact, almost all the decorations here are all craftable, so you can add them to your other settlements. Now again, this particular home I don't think suits some characters. I had a detective character who was stationed here, very much a Blade Runner kind of playthrough. I think this suits that Blade Runner aesthetic excellently well. Head up to the top deck. These decks are all powered, by the way. You already have power built in. Again, we can see we're now on a higher level. We can look out the windows. This is basically a replication of the first floor apartment, but just empty. I just started decorating this as my Silver Shrouds hideout. I think it fits that quite nicely. Now, tying into the story somewhat, I won't say too much, but this would also suit an Institute player very nicely. We also have the addition of 2 new outfits, which I think are very, very good, and a new 10mm weapon. And once again, overall, I'm very, very fond of this. So full video to come where I'll go into great depth about what this really gives you. I think it's a great thing for the money, especially with it on sale at the moment. If you can pick it up on sale, I'd highly recommend it. And lastly, but no means least, we have the VR workshop. Now this is slightly different because it doesn't really give you any in-game content. This just creates this virtual world for you where you can come into this grid space and build anything you want. You can see here you can start attack modes, you can spawn settlers, you can change the weather, you can change the lighting, music, and this lets you just come in, build whatever you want and just experiment. And there's different environments, you don't have to be in the grid world. This is the desert island environment, which is absolutely colossal. This is a preview of a work in progress video I've taken these clips from. Next we have what for me is perhaps the most frustrating piece of Creation Club content. That's right, it's the GNR Plaza from Fallout 3. Now, if you was like me and you absolutely love Fallout 3, coming back to this place and seeing it in Fallout 4 is absolutely amazing. I love it. Why they didn't flesh this out and put it down as a DLC, I don't know. Why they didn't do that, I just don't know what goes on at Bethesda behind the scenes. This just seemed like they're just leaving money on the table to me, but there you go. So we're left with this. Again, it has no real connection to the outside game. Purely for roleplay purposes or for you to fool around with. And you can see here you've got another enormous space that you can come and build in. Great to experiment with and great for roleplay, but I really wish they'd included this as a DLC so it actually had proper function and it was actual settlement that you could come to in the Fallout 4 game. So I think they dropped the ball a little bit with that one, but it's there at least in some form for those that want to go and mess around with that. Lastly, we have a nuclear crater. Again, bit limited this one, not too much here. There are some few bits of scenery around that are destructible. I'm actually going to be using this for a 25th anniversary special build. Can you guess what I'll be building here in this environment? Let me know in the comments if you can guess that. So that ends the wrap up of this preview video. What did you think of this from Bethesda? 25th anniversary, is this enough for you? I personally would have liked a lot more. Like I said, Fallout 4 deserved some kind of special edition for the 25th anniversary. Shocked that they didn't do it. I know they completely seem to be obsessed with Starfield at the moment, and you know, Starfield might be the greatest game ever for all I know. At this stage we don't know, but I think they've really massively neglected Fallout with this 25th anniversary. But what do you guys think? Turn it over to you guys. Please let me know in the comments. What would you like to see for the 25th anniversary? What do you think of what we actually ended up getting? Let me know. I always want to hear from you guys. Once again, don't forget the funding options. Buy me a coffee is there. Links are in the description to all the videos now. So the option is there to contribute a single amount or to join a monthly membership for those of you that have asked for that. Any donations to the channel will all go towards the running of the channel and the improvement of the channel, and you'll have my deepest gratitude. Failing that, leave a comment if you can, notify, make sure you hit that notification bell, it's very important so you know when the next video is going live so you don't miss out on anything, and perhaps check out some of the other cool content here on the channel. So until the next video, take care of yourselves and each other, enjoy your gaming, hope to see you in another video very shortly. Thanks for watching.